Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. On our show today, we'll have picks from me from the NBA, a nice 11-game card, also from college basketball, as well as picks from the NHL. And at the end of our segment, we'll have a parlay segment, or the cappers can also give player or team props or a game in the future. We call that our peripheral segment at the end of the show. So we'll meet the cappers and get right to the picks, because we don't mess around here on the Tony Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Mr. 8-0. Big day yesterday. There's some dogs in there because he had over 900 units of profit. Ron, what's happening?
Oh, not too much. Yeah, definitely a good day. Ended the losing a few days there. I had a little rough patch where we were having a losing day, so nothing like a 8-0 day to end the losing streak. And yeah, definitely had a couple dogs in there. It was a 5-0 day in college basketball, 2-0 on the ice, and then 1-0 in the NBA. Still light on the NBA, and you just find that one winner, and it was a good day. Don't get too high on the big winning days, and don't get too low on your losing days, because hey, those happen, and we're all about the long game, making it long term. So let's continue to stack the units. I like the card today. There's definitely some great college basketball games, a couple good hockey games, and a couple on the NBA slate. Not too bad. So let's get to it. Let's find some more winners again today.
That's right. Let's find some more winners. Yes, as Ron Hahn says, one of our hackers at TonySports.com who handles the chat, give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps us build up our audience, so we appreciate that here on the site. Let's say hello to El Ninos. Yeah, that fight was kind of crazy last night. If you saw it, VCU in St. Louis, to check it out. Let's say hello, El, what's happening?
Yeah, unfortunately, another rough day on the premium side, but the free picks were pretty hot if you tune into the shows. The 3-pick video, I think I lost one pick by the hook on the video, but that number definitely jumped up, and I hope some people at least got the better number there on the Jazz. Other than that, I think that the parlay on the happy hour hit, and I think I missed my parlay on the morning show by just one pick. So yeah, make sure you tune into these free picks, and also check out our best bets at TonySpicks.com.
That's right. El Ninos produces a video series. This underdog plays of the day gives you 3 dogs. Of course, Card will determine whether it's 3, but he'll get 3 underdogs up there for you guys on the YouTube channel. So check it out over at Tony Spicks YouTube channel. Just to remind you guys, we're about ready to give you guys out our free picks here on the show. But I just want a reminder, if you want our best bets, we're giving you our free picks here. But if you want our best bets, premium plays, go over to our site, TonySpicks.com. That's where we put our plays for sale up there. Our best bets are there. And remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit of the amount purchased. They'll be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. And our promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off 15% off. Link in the description. We talk about premium plays. This is where we sell them here at TonySpicks.com. So let's get it underway here with our free picks here from the card. We'll start here with this NBA card tonight. We have this is the way it looks like it's going to be here post-football. Big cards on Wednesdays and small one on Tuesday, Thursday at Protect TNT. So we'll get the games rolling here. Pistons and Pacers here. The Pacers have stormed from a 5.5 opener up to 7 now, total 230. Raptors and Wizards. We see the Raptors 6.5 on the road, total 231. Nets and the Hornets. Hornets still holding 3, total 205.5. Let's take a look at that injury report here for these games here. Let me just go ahead and give a refresh and see what if there's any late news here on these games here at the 4:10 Eastern hour, and we'll take a look here what we got here. Let me hit the right day of the week. All right, Detroit, Indiana. Just Ivy is out for Detroit. Of course, Ivy has that broken leg. He'll be out for a while, that point guard for Detroit. On the Indiana side, just Nembhard shows up questionable, so we could be looking at a fully healthy Pacer team in this game. Looking at Toronto and Washington, quickly out, Olenek questionable. On the Washington side, same guys, Bagley, Bay, Brogdon out. Sarr is questionable there. In the game between Brooklyn and Charlotte, of course, the same guys here. Brooklyn, like a starting lineup here. Bogdanovich, Clowney, Johnson, Lewis, Cam Thomas out. On the Charlotte side, there's some injuries of note here. LaMelo Ball out. Green out. Mann out. Martin out. Williams out. Remember, their talented Brandon Miller, talented rookie, is out for the year, so he will no longer show up on any of the injury reports. He's out for the year. So there you're caught up with the injuries. On over to Rod.
Definitely not my favorite slate to kickstart the NBA today, that's for sure, in these 3 matchups. So I'm looking at the Raptors laying that many on the road. I don't know. I can't do it with the Raptors on the road. 3 wins on the road this season for this Raptors club. And how many covers in those? Well, they're a 500, so it's a coin flip. But you look at what they've done over their last 5 games, and can that carry out onto the road? You look what they've done over their last 5, shooting 49%, scoring about 114 a game, and defensively picking it up, holding teams to 44.8% shooting, and only giving up about 108. Well, you look at Brooklyn's shooting, and it's pretty dismal over the last 5. They're only hitting 38%. Ooh. That's not going to get you things done there. As much as Toronto's been bad on the road, I don't know if the Nets going to be able to keep up with what the Raptors. The Raptors are definitely the healthier team in that matchup. You know what? I'm going to lay it with Toronto there in that one. I think they win by 10 plus. Washington is that bad in that one. And then give me the under, Charlotte and the Nets. I just don't. 100 points by either of those teams. Going to be real tough in there with the shorthanded teams going on both sides. So give me the under. What is it, 202? Ooh, it's a low total. I think it's low for a reason. Give me the under in that matchup.
Under in that one now, right? We'll be bringing in Sean Higgs here in a second. Let's go with Al as I bring in Sean here. Al, what do you got?
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time the Raptors are actually favored on the road. And
I haven't looked it up, but
laying points with them is kind of tricky here. But again, as Rod mentioned, it's hard to back the Wizards the way they've been playing lately. They do have, a bit of offense, some guys that can put the ball in the bucket. They haven't been doing a great job at it, but I think they have enough to keep it close with the Raptors. Am I taking the points with them? No, I don't think I'm getting enough points to back them here. The play I like the most in this slate here is the Pacers in the first quarter. I just think they're the much better team. Not thrilled about laying 7, though, for the full game. If I had to pick a side full game, I would go Pacers, but I like the first quarter play better.
There from El Ninos. Before we get to the Sean's rundown in these first 3 in NBA. Sean, how's it going? Looked like another good day yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, Mike, guys. I have my alarm set for PM instead of AM.
No, I've done that.
And then I'm all confused. Like I thought I didn't wake the kids up. They apparently left early for school. And I don't know. I'm out of it. I hate when that happens. Like I thought I had it set and it was PM because I switched the time by 15 minutes. And whatever I did. I went in that. What did I go? 5-2 overall. I say 4-2 college hoops. Hit a hockey game, 3-0 at the end of the show, 30-12 end of the show, free picks, 71%. So yeah, it's a heater and a half, man. I at this point I don't want to talk about it because it's really rarefied air now. I got I'm just for your side here, I'm 65% for college hoops, but I'm 60 overall for the year. But that's 300 something games. I'm closing on 40. I'm wow, that's just a crazy year, and now it's I know you think regression is going to come, right? I mean, we're always on hot streak, but it's going to – I don't know. It's a good year, but I don't want to get too wrapped up in it.
Don't get wrapped up. Think about
it. Just take no need to think about that.
God, we're talking about it here comes the juju on it. It's
I know Sean have been doing
enjoy
great.
The good ones, good. Man.
Yeah, that's right, man. Trust me, I had a few rough ones. Actually, it's been good the last 2 days, but I had a really, really rough spell for 3 or 4 days there. But there, so we'll get back here on the games here. Sean,
first rule of hot streak: don't talk about hot streak.
Yeah, that's why I don't. I'm doing pretty good. That's why I always say, just look at the leaderboard. I don't want to. That's the Dixie cat right there.
4,000 units. 4,000 units here right off the bat here to start the 2025. Amazing there from Sean. All right, Sean, starting the NBA here with Pistons, Pacers, Raptors, Wizards, and Nets and Hornets. Boy, there we go.
Yeah, so the Pacers and the Pistons here. Right, Indiana's back from France here. I would lean to the points. The Pistons, they just overachieved all year. You're going to give me a touchdown? I'll take the points with Detroit here. I'm with Ron. Yeah, we'll take the points with Detroit. How is it that the Raptors have 2 road wins and they're favored by 7 on the road? Is this – no, I can't. 1-800, get some help for this one, folks. What are you even doing in that game? You will see if we said this, or I said the other day about them, the Washington and the Nets, which franchises, at least the Nets tried. They had Kyrie and Harden and Durant, they tried it. It failed. When's the last time Washington? Who did they sign? Michael Adams? I'm trying to think. Jordan. Michael Jordan was the last free agent they signed, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while. We know Jordan Poole wasn't any good when Golden State traded him.
I would probably lean the Raptors just because they're getting guys back, but I can't. If you're betting this game, man, seriously, stop it, folks. I mean, you don't have. You want to go on a winning streak? Here's some advice: stay the hell away from a game like this. There you go.
There you go.
And the Nets and the Hornets. I like the Hornets. I've been taking these guys with mixed results. I think a good run's going to come in by them because the Nets are just absolutely cooked here. They're no identity. Even the guys left after trades are like, where are we? Give me Charlotte there.
There from Sean. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm gonna go over here with Washington, Toronto. Toronto is again. These are season-wide the numbers here. 29th the defense efficiency away from home. Washington home again, 118 points per 100 possessions. But the key here is Washington plays at a very fast pace at home. Toronto in a very good shooting form. Again, I think this one will be over the total. Stay away from Pistons, Pacers. I don't like to bet against the Pacers at home when they're fully healthy. And this may be a spot here. Nembhard's the only one who's questionable. And that we see that line move up to 7. I'm going to stay away from that one. Nets and Hornets. Yeah, I'm with Sean here. I'm going to take Charlotte. Charlotte's at least trying. That's a team that's at least trying out there against a team that really doesn't care. I mean, like I told you before with this Nets team, you go and look at some of their scores. You click their links. There's no profile for these guys. I mean, this is how bad it is for this Nets team. We know what they want to do. They want to get that Duke guy, and they're just we knew that when they traded away Mikal Bridges for draft picks. Right. And now there'll be more. Of course, we don't see Cam Thomas. We haven't seen Cameron Johnson. We haven't seen any of their guys in the lineup here. So give me Charlotte in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Nixon Morning Show here. Guys, give us those likes, those thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Help us build up our audience and subscribe. Let's continue.
First time the Raptors this year have been favored on the road, by the way. First time this year. They've been favored 3 times this year. Have been the Raptors, and they're 1-2 ATS this season as the favorite. So.
Okay.
Take it for what it's worth.
Though,
first time on the road. First time the Raptors have been favored on the road this year.
There you go.
3-19. They're 3-19 on the road.
They were dogs when they won.
First time they've been favored all year on the road, and it's a pretty hefty number.
There you go. All right, ready for the next
Super Bowl season.
A game, your ESPN game is Nuggets and Knicks here. The Knicks here laying 3 total in this one, 240. Kings and Sixers. Kings here 9 total here, 228.5. Heat hosting the Cavs. Cavs 8 here. The total sitting here at 227.5. Let's take a look here at the injury report early in this betting cycle from these series of games as we get to the 7th. Let's see what we got here. Do we get the Celtics game here? Let me see here. Okay, that's 440. Okay, these are all 440 games, even though they're showing 730s in some of my graphics or some of my reports here. But anyway, Cleveland and Miami, we got LeVert the shooter out, Okoro rebounder out, Travers and Wade out for Cleveland. Butler and Richardson are out. Of course, Butler out indefinitely, whatever that means. And Hawkins questionable there. Denver and New York. Just Concard is out again. Denver's going to be pretty much healthy. They've been healthy on this trip. It hasn't gone right for them. On the Knicks side, Robinson, McCullough, Dadiet out. Josh Hart questionable there. Kings and Sixers again. Sacramento again. Another clean injury report. On the Philly side, no Embiid. George has been upgraded to doubtful. We could see KJ Martin and Drummond here are questionable. So we start with Rod.
Yeah, for me in this one, you look at the Kings offensively been rolling right along, scoring about 119 points a game. And the 76ers definitely picked up their offensive prowess, 46.9 compared to what they have been all season long over their last 5. So definitely scoring more in the second half of back-to-back. I think the tired legs breeds more offense there. So 224.5, I see that total. I like the over there in that matchup. Not a lot of defense. 76ers over their last 5. Giving up 50.8% shooting versus the Western Conference, 52% field goal shooting. So we know Sacramento can score some points. And 76ers, Maxi's playing in that game. He scored 40. I don't know if he gets 40 again, but I think it'll be a track meet in that one. Give me the over there. And then the Cavs heading into Miami. It's like, I don't trust Miami as a big judge. Look at that. they're almost baiting you into Miami in that one. Here, you want 8 with Miami? I think it was 7.5 earlier. You can get 8 now. It'll probably go up to 8.5. I'll take the Cavs there. Get right spot for Cleveland. I haven't been playing the greatest of the Cavs, but nothing like playing the Heat to get right. Give me the Cavs by 10 plus there. I'll lay the 8 with Cleveland in that one.
There from Rod on over to Sean.
So I'll piggyback Rod here on Cleveland. I'm just looking at Miami. A couple wins here. All right, Orlando, Brooklyn, Spurs. But you played Milwaukee. You lost by 30. You played Denver. You lost by 20. Here comes Cleveland, who's a pretty good team. Who's been, they had that losing streak there. Right? They got it on track versus Detroit, but I don't know. I'm expecting good performance there from them. So we'll ride on the Cavaliers there. The Sixers, we said Sixers yesterday, not today. Big win yesterday. So they got their win for the week. Look for Kings probably come in here and get it done. And what's the last? Oh, the Knicks and the Nuggets. Okay, the Knicks. Yeah. I didn't want to upset Chris the other day. I said that line. I told you don't take Memphis in that spot. They're begging you to take Memphis, the better team. No way Knicks are winning 2 in a row. They got their one win. All right, that's it. Now Denver will come in there and show them what a real team does and beat them pretty handily. So give me Denver here as a underdog. It's a complete show. This is the same kind of thing as the Memphis one, but they won Memphis. They'll lose this one. They're not winning 2.
There you go. From Sean over to Al.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Cavs here again. A great matchup for them with all the injuries to the Heat and everything that's going on with them. But again, not thrilled about laying 8, so I'm just going to lay the 2 in the first quarter.
There from El Ninos. All right, let me just I want to put a comment in there because I want to wake up our people we're on Facebook and Twitter, so let me let everybody know. You put a comment in there does help a little bit. All right, here we go. There we go. Chris is in there as well. Morning to Chris Atkins out there on the chat group as well. Let me tell you what I think of here about these games. I'm going to go over with Cleveland and Miami. Cleveland in their past 5 road games averaging 122 points per 100 possessions, but they've not been defending very well away from home. We look at Miami over their past 4 home games, put up 116 points a game. Cleveland has put up some very impressive offensive numbers this year on the road. I'm going to when we look at the overall numbers at home, Heat 14-7 to the over at home, the Cavs 14-6 to the over on the road. We think of the Heat as a under team, but this year it's been over at home for them. 2 out of every 3 games. I like the over in that one. Kings and Sixers, yeah, I like Sacramento in this spot. There's not a whole lot of depth on this 76ers team, although they had a lot of rest. I failed to mention that. They had a lot of rest before that Laker game yesterday, but still, we do have rest advantage for the Kings. We saw them take care of Brooklyn in that spot against an undermanned Brooklyn team. So a team that's thin on depth here, playing a back-to-back, I'll go against Philadelphia here. I like the Kings, especially the Kings coming in at full health here, a clean injury report there. Nuggets and Knicks, very interesting game here. And one thing that caught my attention here, because I've talked about this with the Nuggets. Sometimes they fall asleep on the road. They just sleepwalk through there. We've seen that do that in Minnesota. Oh, they're going to bounce back against the Bulls. No, they got pounded against the Bulls. They do this a lot, especially in the East. They're not been very good on the East this year, 3-5 the spread on the road on the East. But when you look at New York at home against these bad defensive teams, give 116 points per game or greater. They're 6-2 the spread. But there's something interesting here with this Knicks team. When you look at their schedule, go back and look at the Knicks schedule. They haven't traveled a whole lot. They have played 6 games straight in the state of New York. 10 of their past 12 games have been at home. The road games have been at Brooklyn and the short trip to Philadelphia. So they have not been in. Yeah, I don't even know if that Philadelphia trip was on a plane. Who knows? But they've been pretty much not traveling much, not using suitcases. They've been kind of at home, relaxed, not being caught up with this road fatigue. So the Knicks are hitting their sweet spot right now in their schedule where they really haven't traveled a whole lot. And I think this kind of explains their energy they've had in their game. Wow, they beat Memphis. Oh, they've done this. Well, I think they're going to continue that until they start getting road fatigue and having to hit these road trips. I'll take the Knicks here in this spot because of the way the schedule's laid out for them. And, of course, Denver in the middle of a road trip back east where they historically have not done as well. And we saw a no-show against Chicago, got pounded in Minnesota. Knicks with the energy here at home, not traveling a whole lot. I'll take them in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show for the next series of games here from the NBA. We've got Bulls and Celtics here. Celtics 14.5. Is this 2024 or 2025? I don't know. 232. We've got the Clippers and Spurs. The Clips favorite now, up to 4 in some spots, 3.5 in others. Mavs and Pelicans. We got the Mavs here on the road, 1.5, total 232. Let's take a look at the injury reports here. It is early in the betting cycle. We've got for the Bulls, no Craig, no Levine. Levine, the shooter, out. Kobe White, questionable. On the Boston side, Hauser, Horford, and Tatum are questionable there for Boston. We get into we get into the Mavericks and Pelicans. As we know, the Mavericks will be without Luka, Kleber, Lively, and Powell. Exum has been upgraded doubtful. Marshall upgraded to questionable there for Dallas. On the Pelican side, just Ingram and Jones out, and Murray probable. So they're going to have many of their guys in tonight for the Pelicans. On the Clippers side, just a lot of backup guys. Christie, Dunn, Tucker out. On the Spurs side, just a bench guy, Sissoko out. So it looks like we're going to have pretty healthy lineups there in Clippers and Spurs. So we get started here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at this Bulls-Boston matchup, I like the under 232 in that matchup. Pretty much stuck at 232. It hasn't moved a whole lot, that total. So for me, it's like, what does Boston do following a loss? They bounce back. We've seen it plenty of times when Boston loses, especially losing outright. They've now had a couple days off they had a day off to think about it, and then they're the biggest bounce back team ever. It's like they lose one, and then they come back and they pin 120 something on somebody. So we know what the Bulls do defensively. They easily give up $120 to somebody, and they can hold the Bulls down probably about 100, maybe 103, 104, somewhere in that range. Either way, Celtics hit the 120s. Boston barely breaks 100. And that easily gets you the win by 20 plus. I'll lay it with the Celtics in that matchup. I don't trust the Bulls. It looks like they're trying to bait you in there. Here, you want 15 with the Bulls? No, I do not. Not after a loss, especially an outright loss by the Celtics. They're just definitely a solid bounce back team. And then which one? We did the Dallas and New Orleans, right? So
that's in this block. That's in this block.
That's in this block, right? Yeah, so I'm going to lay with Dallas on the road here. I just trust Dallas more. Hey, they're starting to hoop and starting to ball. Kyrie Irving's looking healthy, and he's starting to figure out some things on that Dallas team without Luka. So I like what I've seen from Dallas. Don't like what I've seen from New Orleans. You went for Toronto, and you lost to Toronto. Now you got to come back home here, and they're trying to give you – that line looks exactly like the Toronto line. Here, you want 1.5 with the Pelicans? No, I do not. Give me Dallas. Might try to find an extended line. I think they kicked the crap out of the Pelicans in that one.
There from Rod on over to Sean.
I'm against. I like the Pellies here. I like the Pelicans. Was this? Why did I thought this was like a 2 or 2.5 opener? Did it come down? Give me the Pelicans. Good, Tim.
That was a 3 opener. 3 opener. Yep.
It's down to a
1.5, 2.
Yeah,
money's coming on New Orleans.
Yeah, give me the Pelicans here. I'm going to fade the Spurs, just like the Pacers. They were off their return. Clippers. Man, how do these guys keep winning like that? I know Kawhi's back. I guess he looked good the other day. He hit his triple-double prop for his PRA or whatever that was, I should say. Give me the Clippers here, off a loss. And they were battling to the end. They fired a 3 there against the Suns, almost got it done there. Not meant to be. And the Celtics, do we keep laying this number with the Celtics? Like, they are a sub-500 ATS team, and they're just constantly this huge number. But the Bulls are off a big win. It's like, I trust the Bulls to show up twice in a row. Probably an overspot in that one for me. Definitely wrong. Yeah, Pellies are to play tonight. Pellies are to play.
There we go. There from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I hate to go against Sean. I've seen how he's been, but I got to agree with Rod here. It's not my favorite pick. It's not. No, I don't have one play I like on my 3-pick video. Other than that, I really don't like this. Actually, I do like a couple plays on there. But I'm going to go with the Mavericks for my free pick here. Again, not the prettiest matchup. I have a couple other plays here on the premium and one in the video. So I'm going to just watch, I guess, see what happens in this one. It's hard to cap this one the way the Pelicans. On paper, I'd probably take the Pelicans, but just the way they've been playing, it's just hard to back them right now. So I'm going with the Mavericks here.
there from El Nino's. Tell you what I think here about the games in this spot. Yeah, I'm gonna just take the Bulls here plus the points. You look at the Celtics at home against these teams that average 116 points per game or greater. Boston just 1-7 the spread against these teams. Chicago over their past 5 holding teams of 44% shooting, and Boston bit of a shooting slump as we speak right now. So I'll look at taking those points here with the Bulls. Mavericks and Pels. Yeah, I'm on the Sean side. I'm with the Pels in this spot. Dallas has failed to cover 4 of 5 on the road. Remember, a lot of their success has come at home. So now they're on the road here. And we, like we said, they're getting guys back here. When you look at that injury report today, you got Zion and McCollum in the lineup. I think Ron Hahn put the comment on there about who they have coming back. That one person that Spencer Dinwiddie in the starting lineup is just, he was released last year by Brooklyn. The Lakers picked him up, didn't re-sign him. Spencer Dinwiddie will give you 1 good game and 2 bad ones. So he's just that type of player. He's not very consistent. And again, with no Luka, I'm going to take with them with their New Orleans. I'm going to take the Clippers here. They're pretty much a healthy team, and the reason why they look so sharp is they play defense. And if you look at their second unit plays very good defense. I mean, those guys, and Lou's done a good job with the second unit on this team because they have really done really put pressure, a lot of ball pressure, a lot of pressure on the opposing shooters. And defensively, it looks like Lou has them work hard for their minutes on the bench, and that is the reason you're seeing the success with this Clippers. You think, wow, they lost Paul George, they didn't really add a whole lot of pieces, but put Norman Powell in the starting lineup, who's coming off the bench while they're getting it done with defense. And this guy Zubac is just a monster on the boards. I mean, this guy has just been really. Again, that's the guy the Lakers traded. So I'm always keeping an eye on what if this dude was with the Lakers? It would have been a different story. But anyway, I like the Clippers in here. Spurs kind of in a rough patch here defensively right now. Over their past 5 games, giving up 51% shooting, 42% from 3. Give me the team that's in better defensive form and healthy. That's the Clippers in that spot. All right, let's continue here on. It's Tony's Picks Morning Show. It's ready to close out the NBA with these final 2 games. We've got Timberwolves at Suns. We've got the T-Wolves favored on the road at 1.5 to a point now, total 217.5. Thunder at the Warriors. Thunder double digits on the road here, laying 10, total 228. Let's take a look at the injury report here early in the betting cycle. For Minnesota, DiVincenzo, Shannon out, Dillingham questionable. On the Sun side, looks like Dunn questionable, Kevin Durant questionable. That's the piece there. He's got a thumb issue, so we'll have to wait and see throughout the afternoon what's going on with Durant, if that thumb is healthy enough for him to play. So that's the status on Durant. He is questionable. Thunder at the Warriors, just Holmgren and Mitchell out. Looks like Dort is back in the lineup here for this Thunder team. Caruso back healthy, Hardenstein back healthy. So just Holmgren and Mitchell out for OKC. On the Warriors side, we got Green out, Kuminga out. Of course, Curry sat yesterday because of that knee, just resting the knee. And some of the early reports have him out. I won't trust the early reports saying that he's out. So just keep an eye on Curry. I would put him as questionable right now because to me that was just a rest spot yesterday, and he will likely be back on Wednesday. That's the word here. So likely returning. So I would say probable for Curry tonight, resting the front end of the backpack yesterday. Hey, we don't need you against Utah, but we need you against OKC, so you're going to play here. That's kind of how it is now. So we'll start this one out here with Rod.
Yeah, give me the over between the Timberwolves and Suns. 218. That's too light. I think we easily cruise into the 220s in that one, even if Durant doesn't play there in that matchup. And then with the guys returning to the lineup, I'll fade that team with the guys returning to the lineup. You're going to give me 10 with Golden State. Of course, Curry sat yesterday's for this spot. You want to put your team up against to see how you're really doing. You got to go against the best in the West, and that's OKC right now. So you're going to get the best out of the Warriors in this game here tonight, and you're going to give me 10 with a Warriors team that we've seen plenty of times. They've had some fight. And when you're going to give me 10 with them, all right, I'll take it. Give me the Warriors plus the 10 there in that one. I think they're at OKC. Normally we've seen them at like Boston numbers, minus 13.5, minus 14.5. In this one, it's only 10. It's coming down. I see 9.5 in places too. So, yeah, give me the Warriors there.
There from Rod. All right, next up we move over to Sean.
I disagree with the Warrior team, man. I don't think they're good at all anymore. They can maybe want to try to get up, but they're not good. That's why they're 23-23.
health.
not a
They've
good
been dealing
team.
with injuries. Start of the year. Remember them at the start of the year? Don't sleep on what they did at the start of the year. They
I
were
get
running
it.
the gun.
I mean,
and,
Curry's 30. How old is Curry? 37. I mean, I got the guy who's better than him right now on the other team, who's like 25, who's an MVP guy. I'll lay it here. I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. No way. And he'll probably play. You're right. Like, why play against Utah? We got a bigger team on deck. OKC's got something to prove themselves as well. I like Minnesota. I don't know. They're playing a little better now down the stretch. Favored on the road. I know it's probably because Durant's questionable, but listen, Durant, Booker, and Beal, they're always questionable every day. These guys, they've been together for 2 years. I think they played 40 games together and out of 120. So not shocked there. It can be Minnesota. So that's that. Road teams to get it done in the late action.
There we go from Sean on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I think if you refresh your injury report, you should start seeing some more probable tags.
Yeah, it is probable. The probable tag is up right now in Curry. Yeah, he's probable.
Again, I always thought that he was just resting last night to play this game, as you mentioned. And I'm gonna look at the Warriors. Take the points in the first half, and I'm actually very tempted to just take the money line in the first half, plus 230. OKC is definitely playing the better basketball. They're the better team, but the Warriors still have some good players on there, and they can definitely hang with them. And I definitely like the points in the first half, and I'll take a little shot on the money line as well. First half.
First half money line there. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to agree here with Minnesota here in this short favorite spot. The Timberwolves playing pretty good defense here, guarding the 3-point line pretty well. And on the road, they're 10-3 of the spread against winning teams. Phoenix have struggled against these good 3-point shooting teams at home, just 3-8 to the spread at home. The Suns have not been a good cover team on their home court this season. Thunder and Warriors, boy, this is the least confident of all the games I have this season here. I mean, if you're going to give me 10, I'm going to have to take it here with the Warriors in this spot. I mean, the Thunder here over their past 5 games they're giving up 46% shooting, 39% from three. So the defensive form isn't elite at this point, at this moment here. So I have to look at the Warriors here at the double digits here. And we've seen Green Curry is going to be in the lineup. All right, so I'll take it in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. That's right, guys. Give it a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. With you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll transition now to college basketball here on this college basketball card for tonight. I just want to remind you, we're giving you our free picks today, but if you want our best stuff, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com where we sell our premium plays. Our best bets and premiums are up there on the board. You can see our guys on the leaderboard like Rod and Sean here having fantastic records. Linus just joined our site. And, of course, you'll see that we have content ready to go. Best bets on the board, premium plays. All of our plays here, one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchase. They'll be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. So go ahead and get signed up. And, of course, you can see a very responsive site. If you're looking for our best bets, you can have the best bet tab. We have a $19 promotional item up there for you as well. Multi 3-packs. So go ahead and get signed up to Tony'sPicks.com. Get our best bets and premium plays right there on the site. Let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show. We're going to transition over to college hoops. In this segment, we'll cover the games from starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll include the games at 8:30 Eastern time. Actually, there are no 8:30 Eastern time games today, so it'll be 8 Eastern time. So the games we'll include in this block are the ones starting at 6 Eastern, and we'll include the ones at 8 Eastern. We start with Rod.
All right. So first one I'm looking at here, give me UIC heading into Bradley. Solid cover team UIC. Look, 13-7 on the year, and you're going to give me 8 points with UIC there heading into Bradley. Bradley's quietly having a good year, but I think it's just too many points there. Give me UIC plus the 8 in that matchup. I'm looking at give me the over Wisconsin and Maryland. I think we see up and down in that one. Wisconsin can definitely score some points. Definitely easily cruising the 80. Maryland's going to have to keep up. Both teams 13-7. The over 153. I think we cruise in the 160s in that one. Maybe over Wisconsin and Maryland. And then I'm looking at, where is it? Give me Queens. Queens is a home dog against Northern Alabama in that one. Queens definitely quietly having themselves a solid season. I like Queens at home there in that one. That lean to an over as well. 153 seems a little light, but give me the home dog there in Queens. And I definitely haven't been a home dog a whole lot this season. Is Queens. Another one I like. It was up at it was a point and a half. It's up to 2.5. I like it all the way up to about 6. I think UNC Greensboro beats Eastern Tennessee State pretty comfortably in that one. I think it's a 6-7 point win for Greensboro in that matchup. And then I'm going to take West Virginia here plus the 7.5. I think it's close with Houston, closer than people think. This West Virginia team at home, definitely a solid basketball team to play some defense, hold it up. Look at the total, 123 in that one. We definitely expect a slow pace. I think it's one of those look-ahead spots. Houston's got a big matchup coming up following West Virginia, so I think West Virginia takes advantage and keeps it close. I think West Virginia plus the points in that matchup. And then one more in this little early window of games. You know what? Give me Furman here at home versus Sanford. Furman at home on Wednesday. So I guess what? They're 19-0 versus a conference opponent here on Wednesday. So I'm not going to get off that trend. Make it 20 straight for Furman versus a conference opponent on Wednesday.
There we go. On Rod, on over to Sean.
All right, I see we want excuse me. Added game winner. I see somebody wants from me.
Yeah.
So here you go. This is one I got on the site already. I got 5 games up. I didn't add a package yet. But you want an added game, and this is different here, Justin, because I got it on the site here at a 164.5. It's as high as 167 now. North Florida over. So you can find 165, 166. It's 167. That's why you get an early pass. You could have brought a 3-day pass the other day and had a 164. Now you're looking at a 167 on an added game. Other earlier action here we go with. We got, so much to do here. Again, I gave you one. I'll give you one more of my premium. So there's 3 left. Whatever. That's how I roll because I'm nice like that. Because I want to give out a winner. So Appalachian State's giving the 11.5 here to Old Dominion. We'll look at that one right away there in early action. Scanning down here. Where's my question mark plays here? Guys that almost make the cut. Oh, LSU here at home. We had LSU plus 18 the other day. Now they're catching 12 from Auburn. How about a little LSU for you? Do I want to do a little greens? No. Let's move on to – I'm sorry. There's just so many. And St. Thomas here, K-State. Oh, here, K-State at home. Now, it's a big number for a lowly K-State team at 7.5 here, but nice home court. They play well. I'm going to take K-State here. They are a favorite. I'm more like them in a doggy roll, but 7.5 tells you where the Cowboy program is. It is down the drain. We're going all the way to 8:30, you said, right?
All the way to the 8, including 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't think there's 8:30 tonight. All the way to 8.
Okay,
Eastern.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more for you. I will take I'm going to go over this Creighton and Javier 143.5 here. So there's that.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, there's some I like, but it's, I'm trying to find you guys want to win, right? I don't want to give out 40 games and they don't hit,
Got you there. Run from Sean on over to L. You're on mute. L.
I'm going to look at Virginia Tech here. I think their 3-point shooting keeps them in the game. Again, double digits against Florida State, 11.5. As I said, I think their shooting keeps them well within this number. I like Wisconsin a lot here. Again, great shooting, keeps them in this ball game. I like Oklahoma State, maybe get some steals and push the pace. And then Kansas State, poor free throw shooting. Then don't like laying spreads when you can't hit free throws. So Oklahoma State for me.
You're from Alanito, so I'll tell you what I think about these games here. TCU and Texas Tech. I'm going to go over in this game. Red Raiders 7-4 the over at home, where they shoot the ball very well, put up 86 points a game. Here at TCU, a team that struggles 15th in defensive efficiency in the Big 12 of this season. A team that's really good on the glass as well offensively. Tech third in offensive efficiency in the Big 12. I like the over in that one there. Give me under in Virginia, Miami. These are teams that really have struggled shooting the basketball. Virginia last in offensive efficiency, poor rebounding team. Can't shoot in the paint. they do force turnovers defensively, and of course Miami is 17th. So you got the 17th and 18th teams in offensive efficiency in the ACC playing. Give me the under in that one, and I'll take the points there with Xavier at the plus price here against them. Xavier's covered 4 of their past 5, holding teams just over 42% shooting there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we're ready to close out college hoops. As we'll cover the games beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern time all the way to the final game, Syracuse-Stanford. It starts at 11 Eastern tonight. So what's a long trip for Syracuse there? So 9 Eastern to 11 Eastern, these games. We start with Rock.
Yeah, just as you stated, that is a long trip for Syracuse. That's why they're going to get whooped. So I'm going to take the extended line. Give me Stanford minus 14.5, plus 125 on that one. It's not even going to be close. You might as well just wrote that one in for Syracuse versus Stanford there. Another one I like here. Why is Alabama dog here heading into Mississippi State? The Bulldogs all of a sudden that good? I don't know about that one. Give me the over in that one. I think we got a track meet. 165, definitely going to be run and gun. We know Alabama loves to run and gun up and down the court, and I think that's what they're going to need to do there. Sure, 1.5 point dog. Yeah, give me the over. I think we cruise into the 170s in that matchup. And then one I'm looking at here, you know what? Give me Northwestern, lay the 7. I just don't trust Rutgers on the road. Rutgers at home, sure. Saw a bunch. Give me the 7 here on the road. No, give me Northwestern. Northwestern wins by 10 plus over Rutgers in that matchup. And then one I missed in there, I thought that what's UConn done at home in the first half all season long at home? Nothing. They haven't covered nothing. They're 0-9 ATS at home this season in the first half. Is UConn. Give me the ball plus the boatload of points they're going to give you in that first half. Make UConn 0-9 ATS in the first half this season.
We go from Rod on over to Sean.
All right, we're going to start late at 10 o'clock, Nevada, Boise. We're going to take Boise here minus the 7.5. Just a typical Mountain West, guys. Teams go on the road, and they can't win. They don't win, and they usually get it's close for a bit, and then they end up losing by 10 and not covering numbers here. So give me Boise in this one here. I'm taking Bama. Part of me is like, hey, you take Mississippi State here. It's a pick-em kind of game, and I get it. I get even money plus 105 here with Alabama. Mississippi State has lost to their better competition in conference, and Alabama has too. I mean, they got 3 losses. That being said, Alabama sometimes to me is just on another planet beating teams. And as a dog, I don't care if it's 1.5. I'm taking Alabama here. And again, the gut part of me for 30 years would be like it's Mississippi State play, but I've seen the road team kind of win some of these now. I think they've caught on to the old the ranked, the higher team, lower team nonsense. So give me Bama here. We'll do a money line on plus 110. And the final game here will be Santa Clara. I believe they're getting 4 from St. Mary's, little home dog action there. I'm not sold on this Mary's team. They got the juicy record, but I don't know. WCC's down. Give me the home dog here with Clara plus 4.
Yeah, from Sean. All right, we move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I really like that Alabama play as well. They've traveled well. As Sean was saying, 5-1 on the road, so I don't think we need to worry about them traveling there too much. And I think we just I wouldn't even worry about the 1.5. I know, yes, it can come in handy in these games. So if you want to take it, go ahead. I'm taking the money line, not laying any juice on that one. And the other one I liked a lot was Texas. Just think they hang here and get enough points to back them, and wouldn't be surprised to see an upset here. Yeah, they're dealing with a couple injuries, but excuse me. But so is Ole Miss, and and I wouldn't be so surprised to see an upset here. So I'm taking the points with Texas, though.
There from El Nino saying what I think about these games. I'm going to button heads with El Nino. So I'm going to take Ole Miss here in this spot. Ole Miss, very good defensive team here. They shoot the ball better at home. Longhorns here, 14th in defensive efficiency in the SEC. They don't put ball pressure on you. Poor rebound. And they're 11th on the offensive side, just 29% from 3. This is Longhorns team that really struggles shooting the basketball, 41% in conference play here. I'll look at them. The only Mountain West dog I like is Nevada plus the 8. The issue there with Boise State has been their defense over their past 5 games, giving up 48% shooting. And Boise does have a losing spread record against the Mountain West this season. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We got you through the college hoops card, so we'll turn our attentions over to the NHL here on this card tonight. We'll knock them in one block at 5-game card from the NHL. Reminder, guys, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best stuffs, get on over to Tony'sPicks.com. You see our leaderboards. Many of our cappers here on our shows performing well. Sean Higgs, Rod Zawacki, our number 1 and number 2 unit producer for the year. Al Ninos has just joined us here on the Tony's Picks. And you can see our leaderboards filled up here with great performances from our cappers. Get over and get signed up. That's where we have our best bets. And don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. Link in the description. Get on over there and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on.
Rod went 8-0 yesterday?
Yeah, 8-0. 8-0.
Put the pressure on us all, Rod. Come on. 8-0. 3-0. I can handle 3-4 8-0, fellow.
Yeah, 900 units. You got some dogs in there too.
Gosh.
Yeah. Nice work there.
What's the first rule about the hot streak? We don't talk about the hot streak.
Someone else can. Someone else can.
Yeah. I had a rough couple days there, so bounced back. We went 8-0 to get all those units back from those.
They'll make up for a bad couple of days.
Yeah,
yep.
Bad
couple of days, definitely.
All right. Let's get to the ice here with the Flyers and Devils here. We've got the Devils $1.87, total 5.5. LA Kings on the road. Boy, they've been on the road a lot this season. We got the Panthers here, $1.57, total 5.5. It just seems that all the road trips are long ones, that's all. Wild and Leafs here. The Leafs $1.68, total 5.5. Canucks and Predators $1.40, total 5.5. Penguins and Hockey Club, your late night game tonight. Hockey Club $1.40, total 6. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and the Lakers are on the road, so it's not like they have to share the crypto.com arena with the Lakers. They do, but they're both on the road. So
I think it's Grammys. Isn't the Grammys coming up? I think that might
be maybe something's going on. Something's got to be going on in the crypto arena. Something's going on a week long because the Lakers and the Kings are out on the road at the same time. So something's got to be going on there. But looking at these NHL action. You look at Minnesota. Minnesota's 0-5 their last 5 trips into Toronto. But you know what? The way that this Minnesota team, they're starting to put things together. They're getting healthy again. That's their biggest issue for this Minnesota team. They've been dealing with some injuries up and down. Next man up. They've still been rolling along. But going against this Leafs team, they got themselves that win earlier this season after losing 5 straight. You give me a nice big plus price on Minnesota now, and I got to take it. Give me Minnesota coming into Toronto. Get the win there. Big plus price. Did you do all of them, Tony?
Yeah, we did them all.
We did them all? All right. Yeah. And then the other one I like here, give me the Utah Hockey Club. This Pittsburgh Penguins team is, what did I say? It's teams on these long trips. So what have the Pittsburgh Penguins done? This is game number 7 for this Pittsburgh team. Their first road game was on January 17th in Buffalo, and then they went to Washington, and then they went to LA, and then they went to Anaheim, and then they went to Seattle, and then they went to San Jose. Well, they mustered 1 goal in each of their last 3 games. So they have 3 goals in 3 games. This is the 7th game of this road trip. Pittsburgh just wants to go home. They're in deep doo-doo in that one. Give me Utah and the Hockey Club to beat up on the Pittsburgh Penguins in that matchup.
There we go from Rod on over to Sean.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of like the Utah, but I'll go a little spicier. I'll go puck line on the puck line there with Utah. I do like the Nashville Vancouver over. I mean, I look at Nashville's given up 5 goals in the last 3 games in every game there, and they've scored 7, 6, and 2. So they're gonna put some up. Vancouver's in was that second game they just played a road game? Give me the over 6 there. And I do like the dog as well here with Minnesota. I just think, 140 spot, they're kind of equal teams. I'm going to look at the value of it. I go 145. Give me the Preds here. Or they're the Wild, right? Minnesota Wild.
It's the Wild, yeah, Wild, yep.
Yeah. Minnesota, Nashville, it's all the same to me. Bunch of drunk people on the ice, whatever.
There you go. There from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I honestly didn't have a great feel for this card at all. Kind of agree with the two picks Rod and Sean went with. Other than that, maybe a slight lean to the Panthers here, getting some payback. They lost their last matchup to the Kings. They're at home this time, though, and I just think they're the better team. And juicy, yes, -1 for me, or regulation if you don't like the ties.
There from El Nidos. We got you here through the NHL. I know we were talking about NHL expansion. I know we were talking about New Orleans, the city. It's funny, as I was reading some things about the NHL and expansion. There's a correlation between cities that do well and it, believe it or not, the cities that support professional wrestling do very well in the NHL. Ron, did you know that?
Teams that support wrestling.
Yeah, when the cities that pack the arenas for wrestling do the same for the NHL. There's a correlation there.
Oh, definitely. Canadians love their wrestling. It's absolutely nuts how many people jam into these arenas when the wrestling programs come to town, to the cities. It's nuts. It's standing room only. They squish them in that bad into these arenas. It's nuts. So yeah, I believe it. I think Winnipeg leading the charge. They love their wrestling in Winnipeg, Canada, for sure. Definitely lead the charge is Winnipeg.
Well, you see the hockey players wrestling sometimes. I just hope we don't see wrestlers starting to fight with ice skates. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. I'll come up with something, right?
Man, ice skating on the rink wrestling.
Let's get roller derby on ice skates. That's what we need. Roller derby on ice skates. That'll be much better than this regular. That's right. Could get little blood in there. That's what people like, though. But they know how to make blood anyway. We know that. All right. All right. Let's get to the parlay segment. It's a peripheral segment here where the Cappers can give out a parlay, can give a team player prop, a game in the future. Maybe at some point we're going to get a baseball. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a baseball feature for somebody here at some point. Let's start off here with Rod.
We're going to get off at the NHL. We're going to take the Utah Hockey Club. We're going to take that DePaul in the first half plus the points. I believe it's 8.5 you get in the first half with DePaul. So I like that in the first half. And then give me the over in Alabama and Mississippi State. There's going to be a track meet in that one. Take the over there.
There from Rod on over to Sean.
Oh boy! All right, I got. Let's see what we got here.
Don't forget your disclaimer on the parlay.
Yes, I'm gonna disclaimer it up. Don't you worry about that. I got that. I have to. Again, straight bets. Straight. Who cares that the last two have gone 3-0? It doesn't make a difference. 30-12, 71% with these puppies. All right, you should be tearing it up on the free picks, and we can't even get to 50 likes. What the hell's wrong with you people? This is ridiculous nonsense. The Pelicans, right off the bat, we're gonna take them on the money line here. All right, college hoops. We're gonna throw another money line play there. I'm gonna go Bama again. It's just plus 100. It is what it is. And then I try to hit all the sports because that's what we do. We'll take we'll go wild. We're getting wild with Minnesota here. Plus 145, I believe we got here in Minnesota. Let me just get a final number here. A little doggy action. 149, 150. I'm calling it 150 because I can. There you go. There's one random 150 out offshore. That's fine. There you go. New Orleans money line in the NBA, Bama in college hoops money line, and the Wild plus 150 on the ice. Actually, you know what? 145. I got. You know what? Everybody's probably got closer to 145. I got that. We'll go lower there for everybody.
There we go. Here from Sean. We move on over to Al.
Definitely have a two-pick I like a lot. Pacers first quarter and Cavs first quarter. Third pick, I'm gonna go Bulls.
There from Al. I'll tell you what I like here in the three parlay. My parlay here will be Toronto and Washington over with Cleveland and Miami over. Give me the Knicks here as well in my 3-pack. All right. Got you through our parlay purple segment. So now let's see what the Cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com today as we have a lot of hoops and hockey on the board right now. Of course, we'll feature Rod right now to begin it here. So you can see Rod, 3,313 units of profit for the year. Rod, impressive numbers here as we see yesterday coming off an 8-0. What do you got for sale, Rod, over at the site?
For me, over at Tony's Picks today, I've got a 3-pack of college basketball action. Absolutely love those. We swept the board in the college basketball yesterday, so I got a nice little 3-pack there. I got my NBA drop a dime play. It's been treating us well in the NBA, and then my NHL sniper play has been absolutely money in the NHL action. Number 1 capper over 2025. So let's continue rolling there on the ice. Or all those plays are included in my Wacky Wednesday. You'll get the college basketball triple, the NHL sniper, and the NBA drop a dime play. That's the best way to go. Grab all 5, and let's continue having a great start to 2025. Can't complain there. Hey, I'm not the only one that's been hot. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. That way you get aboard long term. And when you're aboard long term, that way you don't miss on any of those late Steam plays. If we find something late information, hey, you can get that play with us. So definitely jump aboard long term. That is the way to go. And you get those plays emailed right to you when you're aboard long term. So that's the way to go. Jump aboard. Let's continue to stack the units.
Yep, exactly, guys. Get on board with Rod. We're talking about late Steam. Remember, you get regular member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our handicappers handicap through the day and night, looking for winners for you. And when they do, they're entered in the system 10 minutes to 2 hours per game time, and then they are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you use when you sign up for the service. That's our late Steam feature on TonySmith.com. I want to say exclusive, but I don't see any site doing that. None of them are doing that. And giving the opportunity to every capper to have that feature that we have here with late Steam here at Tony's Picks. So get on board with the long term or the 1-day pass. You make the choice. Remember, you see the profit guarantee there on the day passes that must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase will be turned back to you in side credits. That's profit guarantee. More information there when you click the little disclaimer tab there. All right, there you can see with Rod. So get on board right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look here and see what Sean has for sale over at Tony's Picks. You can see Sean is our unit leader here, over 4,100 units of profit. These are all documented, so you go to Sean's handicap page, you can verify all these winners. All right, Sean, what you got for sale?
Yeah, listen, nice start of January here on Tony's Picks, which is great. You see the free picks here for me, 30 and 12, not too bad. That's 71%. Listen, we can hit 70% and 60% for the whole year. Probably not. I'm going to be honest, folks. Those are crazy numbers, but you get on board. So far, so good. We're going to grind it out like we always do. I have, like I said, I got a 5 college basketball games. I gave 2 out of them here already for you, and I didn't put a package up. I got to find my best. I hate saying like the best 3. That's why I always try to sell a pass because you get everything. I saw some people last night bought my late game that ended up losing, but it went 4-2 on the dang college basketball. I feel bad when that happens. But I want to win them all. I'll have something up. You see the games, what we got going on, how I did. I'm pretty good since coming over. Pick and choose my NBA and NHL, a lot more college basketball. And you want baseball, I'll be loading up there. Take the Braves under. I've been saying that. Braves under 94.5. There you go. That's my favorite total so far this year. Second favorite is probably going to be the Dodger under, believe it or not.
Dodger under, going contrarian there. But I can wait there. That's the number we know is going to climb up and climb up and spring. And of course, Braves losing that.
103.5.
Losing Hudson. Who else did they lose? They lost some guys there. And they had a lot of guys hurt last year on pitching. So you can see Sean continues to hammer the bookies right now. And we see we talk about this, Sean, a lot of volume here in college hoops.
That's it. Like I said, I got 5. I didn't put a package up yet. I gave out the added board Ospreys there for North Florida, and that line has moved since last night when I put the game up. Again, if you're on board, you're going to get these games before they move, and that's not just for anybody. Chances are, Rod's got his games up. I'm sure he's probably got a better number than you're going to get today. Come on, get the weekly pass. It's a smart money move.
Yep, get on board with the weekly pass here. Much less than having to buy individual plays every day or packages. It's definitely for sure there. And of course, use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. So go ahead and get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks as he's hammering the bookies here for the 2025. As you can see, 4,100 units of profit. And we just showed you his handicapper page. You can see the documentation. You can see all the plays listed there. So you can go over and verify everything we're talking to you about. And then we run it down by individual sports as well. So you can see the volume that he's handicapping in here. You can see pretty good, great results here from Sean. All right, let's see what Al Ninos has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Al, what you got going on up there?
Got my first 3-pack since joining Tony's Pick. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do that. May have a Steam play actually looking at some injuries I'm looking forward to. So again, if you grab a long-term pass, look forward to one of those. And if you're not pairing up Sean and Rod right now, I don't know what you're doing. So make sure you check their picks out. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Tony just showed them to you. So yeah, go ahead and check out Tony'sPicks.com. Bunch of high cappers out there.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ali. You can see right now he's got his multi-pack up there, a 3-pack from the NBA, as well as an alley-oop from the NBA. His $19 promotionals up there. So get on board. As we said, all these one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning they must earn a profit, or the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. As we'll put over to Al Ninos' picks. There we go. You can see Al Ninos' page up here. So he's ready to roll here, guys, for you from the NBA here with that 3-pack 3-pointer and his alley-oop up there, as you can see, profit guarantee. So get on board there with El Ninos over at TonySpicks.com. Don't forget the promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. Working on a best bet for myself over at Tony Six, as well as a multi-pack on the site. After a few rough patches here over the weekend here, I come back here with a 4-0 and 3-1. So we're going to continue to keep that positive momentum flowing here at TonySpicks.com. Get on board with one of my long-term passes. And you remember the promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. Guys, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here with the Tony Spicks Morning Show there. So make sure you check us out. And if you miss any live show, just go to our YouTube channel and go and hit the live tab, and you'll see the archive of it there so you could watch it. Or if you need help with the later games, go back and watch the replay and watch it again if you would. And, of course, we also have a lot of on-demand content. I post videos up there, as many of our cappers do. Of course, Rod has some on-demand content. Rod also hosts the happy hour Monday through Friday here, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Rod, here on the 26 YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody asked in the comments earlier if I only did 2 videos today. No, we did all 5 NHL videos are up there. So definitely go check out those. And then definitely tune in 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the happy hour rolling where the winners will be flowing. So definitely tune into that show. Definitely join it. It's been fun finding those late info plays for everybody. So definitely jump aboard the happy hour. See everybody at 5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern time here on the happy hour. And, of course, we got El Ninos with the video series up there. Al, we got you on the underdog. You find 3 underdogs for us every day.
Yeah, easier on a bigger card like this, although on the short card worked out pretty well last night. The dogs did show up last night, so it's not that easy to win games in pro sports, let alone cover these big spreads. Not as easy as it looks or sounds. So looking forward to more of these doggy videos.
That's right, indeed. And of course, Sean has been in the industry long. Of course, we got you here, Sean, as you pop in here on the morning show.
Yeah, I'm a morning show guy. I forgot, I popped in on the afternoon in the YouTube chat. I was doing some burgers last night, so again, that's dinner time. But I'll try to get in later. I got kids, so family. I do try to wheel my family into my life a little bit. So I got to do that kind of stuff. But as we get breaks and holidays and stuff like that, I'd definitely do this. The kid to come on more shows. That's all I do all day. So.
Right, yeah.
Well, I should get out and exercise a little more. I'm gonna explode in here from just getting too large. I gotta start walking again. Get out there, some exercise.
There you go, guys. Check out Sean here on the morning show. Of course, I'm doing great work here on Tony Spicks. All right, guys. As we said, our on-demand channel filled with a lot of content for you. I've got some videos up there, NBA college hoops. Got a little deeper dive on some of those on-demand. So check us out here. Back here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. And, of course, Rod here with the happy hour today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in. All right. Very good. We're going to let you roll here. Anybody have anything to say before we go?
Never too cold to exercise, bro. Get out there.
Never too cold. It's supposed to drop again for us here. So I'm going to enjoy the next couple of days of nice sunny weather before back into the deep freeze. It'll be minus 30 by the weekend. So
that's cold.
I'll take the over on that.
That's cold. Yeah, it's cold. You're not doing a whole lot of walking when it's minus 30 because any exposed skin is just frozen like a popsicle in about a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, that'll do it here for the show. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Appreciate your contributions. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning night. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Spix Morning Show.